Alrighty, fellas, good morning, PokeMMO community. How are you doing today? Welcome to their PokeMMO stream recap, your daily source of tips, tricks, information, discussion, events, what is happening in the PokeMMO community. Let's go ahead and jump into it today. First things first, of course, we have our catch event. Oh, that's not it. Our catch events. Why can't we do it live? Our catch events and our normal events in PokeMMO. If you don't know, there's about 3 or 4 catch events a week usually, where you can win free shinies, 6 times stolen Pokemon, and premium currency like reward points. Now, there's also a art contest happening right now that actually ends tonight. So if you're watching the stream recap, I'm gonna be a little bit too late. I'm so sorry. I try to shout this out as much as possible. There is a shiny Snover and or a shiny Delibird up for grabs, plus some RP for someone who wins this art contest. And there were some really cool submissions. I didn't even see this one yet. That is so sick. There's some really cool stuff, and you don't want to just browse the art. Okay, oh my goodness, I like the wow. I like the horror elements of this one. This is beautiful. Wow, I like it, man. Oh my goodness. Oh what? Wow, the duality. There's some real. Oh my goodness, the shiny Audino. Are you kidding me? There's some really. You want to just like. I can't get too distracted, but all the Togepi people with I'm gonna try to. There's really cute stuff over on this forum post. Check it out. It is over on the PokeMMO official forums. Next up, there's only one catch event scheduled right now. Kind of strange. You don't see that a whole lot, but it makes sense. It's the new year. People are still, post New Year's, post Christmas, post all these holidays, right? Winter holidays. There is one catch event scheduled right now on Thursday, the 8th of January, but if you're in my time zone, it's actually on the 7th. There are other time zones. It's actually on the 7th of January, so it's in 2 days at 1900 ET, which is math 7 p.m. ET my time zone. 7 p.m. my time zone. Pokemon Tower over in Lavender City, of course. Lavender Town. Ghastly +2, Haunter, and Zubat are the Pokemon you can catch. No nature bonuses, it looks like. Just shiny Ghastly or shiny Gengar up for grabs. Make sure to choose which one you want. This is a gift Pokemon, so it cannot be trade evolved, right? So if you choose Gengar, you're going to have Gengar for life. You cannot breed it down. If you chose Ghastly, you're going to have Ghastly or Haunter for life. You cannot evolve it up into a Gengar. Next up, this was a really sticky situation, funny situation that I have not seen anyone else get into. Shout out to Shiny Litwick for screenshotting and getting proof of this. We can have this for the history books in PokeMMO. This person was doing the Alpha Articuno raid. They beat the Alpha Articuno raid. They defeated the pretty difficult, in my opinion, like 8 out of 10 difficulty Alpha Articuno raid. And they could not catch it because they had no space in their PC. This is like... so unfortunate. I'm gonna give it the heartbreak. That is so unfortunate. Such an unfortunate situation, dude. Insane. Absolutely crazy. Shout out to them. Much love to them. There were some really cute comments. Vuku, developer, ended up actually commenting saying like, hey, we're gonna make it so in the future you actually can't sign up for raids with a full PC box. But for this instance, unfortunately, you're gonna have to go defeat it again. And that's, I get it. It is what it is. It's a sticky situation, but it was a really weird one to call out and show off. So shout out to Shiny Liver for actually like logging that, because it was a cool situation to see play out, and that's when you see a whole lot in PokeMMO. All right, but next up, onto the achievement showcase. We have a lot of things to talk about today. Let's see if I can go through all of them in the detail that they deserve. Number 1, yes, Shalpha Articuno was confirmed. Epoch made a great video talking about it. Shalpha Articuno is here. Congratulations to the owner of it. And thanks to Clue for sending me over a screenshot and getting in a battle with the guy. Yes, Shalpha Articuno has been achieved in PokeMMO, which is crazy to see. It's crazy how fast we end up seeing like a shiny legendary of almost all the legendaries in the game. There's very few legendaries in Pokemon that don't have a shiny form. One of the only ones is there's like Shaman. Like there's no shiny Shaman in the game that we know of. That's like one of the only ones that I know of. So shout out to that. Next up, we have our general like community achievements. Elevated Skills has been playing the game for 136 hours. He was able to get all of the Christmas raids done by starting in November, which is crazy. Only 136 hours played. He doesn't even have all the storylines done. I don't know if I've seen that. I don't know if I've seen someone not have all the storylines done, be under 200 hours, and get all the raids done. That's really fucking impressive. This guy prioritized raids and really wanted to show off that he could beat them, and he fucking succeeded. That kind of success is awesome to call out, man. Congratulations to him. Next up, someone did kind of a what I call a pseudo Iron Man thing, which is really a really cool way to see if you like the game mode and see how it feels and all these things. This comes from Flapro Gamer. They didn't spend any zero Pokeyen aside from like braces and Everstones, obviously. They caught all of the alphas on their own throughout multiple years, and I'm assuming from last year's Lunar New Year event to actually get the base Excadrill so they could breed up an Excadrill. They didn't have to. They could have just bought the breeders, but I think they wanted to do sort of a pseudo Iron Man challenge. I think it's a lot of the fun of like the fact that there's not an official Iron Man mode yet, which I would love there to be one day. The beauty of that is you can kind of like just kind of do what you want and try to still like have those fun experiences. I cannot recommend people enough to try out the Iron Man mode. I actually have a script written up just gushing and talking about the beauty of the Iron Man mode. I genuinely think like, I think for so many people, the Iron Man mode is what they need to enjoy the game once again, or like enjoy it further. I think it's just beautiful. I can't wait to talk about it. I have a video hopefully coming out on that within January, hopefully. So congratulations to Flip Pro Gamer on a really cool little pseudo Iron Man achievement. Next up, this one requires a lot of story, so hear me out with the words, and we'll get to the pictures, the pretty pictures here in a quick sec, okay? This person, Lolo Berga, went 200,000 encounters for a Clefairy. Now, they got a bunch of Bronzons along the way, and I'll show that in a quick sec. But it was like a pretty dry shunt overall to get that many fails. Thank you, Nick Chard, for the pretty birdie.
Welcome to Tankin' Ravens from Lions.
Ah, come on. Anyways, they went 200,000 encounters for Shiny Clefairy, decided to try their luck at single encounters, and then went super dry. They did 60,000 encounters at Route 3 Kanto looking for Charmander. That is a lot. 60,000 single encounters is so much and so different compared to like Time Swipe Hordes. They went to the Hoenn Safari Zone for a little bit and actually got a Safari Shiny, and now they want to do all the other things. They went to I'm assuming they went to Route 210 in Sinnoh to get what they got. Let's go ahead and check out. Let's show the actual picture here. This is a crazy shiny log, dude. This is a crazy shiny log. So their journey towards Clefairy, they went 91,000 encounters for shiny Bronzong, 32,000 for Bronzong, 43,000 for Bronzong. That's a lot of encounters for 3 fails of the mon they didn't even want. Then they go 33k for Clefairy. So like always on rate or over, which is crazy. And then Teddiursa, shiny Teddiursa in the Safari Zone at 92,000 encounters. It's so insane. It's so crazy. Look at the dates. Wait, how many? Wait. Am I misread? Wait. Look at the dates. How much is this? How many encounters you put in? Wait, I need you to clarify. Did you really do? Yeah, 32,000 encounters in 3 days. Did this guy? You really shun in 10 hours a day? I guess it's Christmas event. Dude, that's insane. This guy's gaming. 32,000 encounters in 3 days, and then no shot you did 43k encounters in 2 days. That's insane. That's like 20-hour days, bro. You're like, you don't see this a whole lot in PokeMMO. I saw this a lot in RuneScape. RuneScape players are fucking built different, but you don't see a whole lot of this in PokeMMO. I wanted the Clefairy so bad. What can I say? Dude, I fucking respect it. That's insane. I did not notice that. The amount of encounters you did in that short period is... Okay, let's actually calc this. So from December 23rd to the 31st. The problem is we don't know the 91,000. We can't track the 91. We don't know how many that was. We can do the next one. 32k plus 43k plus 33k. You did these amount of encounters in at least like 8 days. That's insane. Divided by 8. That's about, you average like 14 hours a day. You averaged 14 hours a day for like 8 days. These are like you're like, are you in Shiny Wars or going to be like, these are Shiny War numbers for fun. Bro is pulling Shiny War numbers for fun. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Congratulations. The Teddiursa then at 90, whatever it is, 2,000 encounters. What's the date on? Oh, that's like November. I'm getting the dates are, yeah, that was in November or October, the 10th month. Sorry, excuse me, October. And the Teddiursa was actually in December. Excuse me, the dates are fucking me up. Sorry. So Teddiursa 92,000 encounters, a Ponyta a few thousand encounters, with a Breloom at 4,000 encounters. You've had quite the shiny journey, man. This pipeline from Clefairy hunt all the way to like the single Breloom is just so insane, man. Crazy shunts, a lot of encounters. You're gaming. Good for you, man. Do it responsibly. As long as you are, more power to you. That's insane, man. Congratulations. And then next up, a player's girlfriend, he reached out to me. He was like, hey, man, me and my girlfriend watch your videos. We love your content. She was shunning recently. She's been farming a lot of the mysterious balls recently. I think it was EU versus American date, so it had me fucked up. Sorry about that. But this person's girlfriend, who's a fucking gamer apparently, ended up getting a Shalpha Articuno. Like, this is, I love these wholesome PokeMMO stories. You'd be surprised at how many PokeMMO players actually have partners and are fucking reasonable people who work 9-to-5s, who just love the game and play a lot of hours. You know, I think it's a really beautiful thing. Shout out to this person, shout out to this partnership, getting this shiny Articuno, Shalpha Articuno. The odds of getting a shiny from a Great Balls are Mysterious Ball is already like tough, but like obviously like it's low, but like they're expensive, hard to get, right? The odds of getting a Shalpha from these are insane. That's what's like really crazy in my opinion. So that's what's really fucking impressive. Getting a Shalpha is super, super low. Congratulations to these two gamers. All right, next up, this one touches my heart, okay? This is a Patrouski tier story. I love this so much. Bellsprout from Team Uxie, shout out to you guys. They say, January 2nd, 2026 was a big day for me. I phased at Route 19, Kanto looking for a Shelder, Corsola, or Lapras, and I hit a Love Disc. Normally, this would be fine, but my last hit was also a Love Disc at Route 13, so I was a bit upset getting back-to-back phases at rare single encounter shunts, of course. I moved to my next spot, Mount Silver, because I really wanted a Larvitar, and as I'm doing the Hordes, the shiny animation appeared, and I hit. I was stunned to see it had finally happened, and I was so excited to get my first Egg Shiny, and it to be one of my favorite Pokemon. As I'm taking screenshots and telling my team, I tab back to the game and I see this a Shuckle on my screen, but I didn't put it there. So I checked the time, which was different, and the encounters, which were also different, and it turned out this motherfucker hit 2 shiny Shuckles in one batch. One of them at 1,600 encounters, the other at 27 encounters. 2 shiny Shuckles, one batch. One at 1,600 encounters, one at 27. This is fucking the double, also like double shiny Love Disc back to back into double shiny Shuckle. Bro is on the rules of duplicates. This is insane. Congratulations. Who is this? This is Bellsprout. Yeah, pretty memorable name. Bellsprout IGN. Congratulations to you, man. What an insane moment. I get a little bit of chilled up just thinking about this. Insanely beautiful moment, man. Congratulations. And then finally, the final thing I wanted to mention, this person apparently farmed over 1,000 Mysterious Balls, over 2,500 Swarm Pokemon turned in. And I wanted to just calculate, this is so many hours, so much grinding. He did it on two accounts. And I wanted to calculate how much Pokeyen this guy farmed in the Xmas event. And keep in mind, this is an activity that you can literally do by just having Kanto done. This is one of the most, if anybody ever tells you like, oh, holiday events aren't new player friendly, look that person in the face and say, respectfully, sir, I disagree, but I respect your opinion, okay? Because it just couldn't be more wrong. This activity like only requires Kanto. It only, like, you don't need that much. You can do it on tons of alt accounts. It's very easy. You just go check the, wait. I'm stupid. I'm mistaken presents and Mysterious Balls. This is a bit more difficult. My apologies. Presents are very chill. You can do on tons of alt accounts and blah, blah, blah. Mysterious Balls, a little bit more difficult. You do need swarms. You do need kind of have to have 5 regions. Apologies. I'm still off the goop from New Year's. That's true. Okay. Apologies. Mysterious Balls. I do want to calculate how much Pokeyen this is. So he has 551 Mysterious Pokeballs. Those are currently around 9,000 Pokeyen. We're gonna say 8,500. Well, let's say 8K after the listing fee. So let's say 8K times 551, I believe. That's 4.4 million Pokeyen right there. Okay, 4.4 million Pokeyen. Let's go back. Let's check Great Balls. He's got 325. Mysterious Great, 25K. We're gonna say 4.4 mil is his current thing. 25K times 325. 8 mil. So currently he's at like 4.4 plus 8.1. He's at like 12.5 million Pokeyen. 12.5 million Pokeyen in one event. Next up, Mysterious Ultras. 56,000 Pokeyen. 56K times 151. Another 8.4. So this guy farmed about 20 million Pokeyen. 21 million Pokeyen in one event. That's crazy. That's insane. If you, even considering the Pokeball cost, like there's this, it's never going to be over. Let's say it's 2,500 swarms. Let's say he did the most expensive thing, which is like quick ball everything, right? What's quick ball cost? Like 1,200 or 1,500? It's one of those. 1,200. 3 mil in quick bulk. That is a lot more than I expect, but that's gonna be, but it wouldn't be all of that. It would be, so let's say 3 mil minus 21, 18 mil. 18 mil profit in 12 days. 18 mil profit in 12 days. Over $1 million profit a day. Way more than that. Let's do 18 million divided by 12. 1.5 mil. 1.5 million Pokeyen profit a day. I don't know how many hours he played a day. Events are really good, man. Events are really good. I feel like you can make a ton of Pokeyen if you grind. You can use alt accounts if you want to. If you weren't using an alt account, you would just divide this by 2. 750k a day. Still feel pretty fantastic. I think this is a really fucking cool achievement. Shout out to this guy, Sendrew. Oh, I know what this flex redeem is, and I can't wait, bro. Oh, so congratulations. I was able to come see this live when it happened. Bro got a 0 phase shiny Zorua. 0 phase shiny Zorua. Congratulations, gamer. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Oh, it was so cool to see this live. At like 1 a.m. I was like, oh, I heard, like, oh, so got a shiny, got a shiny. Congratulations, man. Couldn't be more deserving. Hell yeah, dude. GZ. 28,000 encounters. I love this question. Someone said, where can I sell Ninkata boxes other than the Discord trading lounge? Yeah, my Discord's also always great for things like that. But other than that, yeah, I think filmed at a forum post. The trading, is what's it called? The trading on the forum, on the forums is a great way. For those who don't know, there are a lot of Shedinja hunters who want to buy Ninkata boxes. Specifically, some will even buy them like a higher level if it like fits. You have to talk to them about that. If you're like a Ninkata box seller, you basically want to like make connections. One of the most underrated parts of PokeMMO is making connections with high-end shunters, especially if you're like a newer player. If you're someone who likes to grind, if you're like a Ditto farmer, a Ninkata farmer, like someone who likes to farm boxes and sell those to like the rare shunters, really building a friendship and a connection with those players and just being like kind of chill and cool and smart about it and like trying to offer them deals or whatever, they really appreciate that and they'll remember your name. And I think it'll also buy from you. There's a lot of people, like, I always see this dynamic of, I see endgame shunters being like, bro, I literally can't buy enough Ditto boxes. Like, what is happening? I literally can't buy enough Ditto boxes. And then I see Ditto box newer players be like, I can't sell my Ditto boxes. And you know, both can't be the case, I guess, at different times. But like, from my experience, endgame shunters can almost never get enough Dittos, Ninkatas, like whatever it is they're hunting. They need like 30,000 on average. They need so many. It's really difficult to like actually be full up. Someone said a crazy Shalpha just got listed. Is this the first one in the game? Is this the first level 69? Is this the first one? Shalpha Snorlax. Let's go see. That might be one of the first ones. So alpha, that might be the first one on the whole server. Oh my god. We don't know if, I don't know if that's true. I can't confirm that, but it was got on December 30th. Wait, what? Alpha Snorlax was just added to the game in the recent Christmas event. It's a new alpha, a big new Shalpha hunt. A lot of people were rushing to egg it and Shalpha hunt it. Someone got it from a Great Ball. Such low pricing. Yeah, 1.7 bill. I don't know. I don't think it's worth. I don't know. I want to say I don't think it's worth that, but it's also, it might be the first Shalpha Snorlax in the whole server. The question of like how much you collect, like people paid like billions for the first shiny legendaries. That's pretty crazy. Ooh, the Shalpha Excadrill. Oh my goodness. A lot of times also with a listing like this, I don't even think this person is listing it to sell. They're listing it to flex, you know? That's super beautiful. That's super beautiful. This one was gotten 5 days ago, which is also crazy, on December 30th. I don't know if it's the first one on the server or not, but it's very close, if not the first one. We have Epoch in chat. Come on YouTube. Fuck, that's awesome, dude. He said that guy actually personally offered it to me for 900 mil. Wow. That's, dude, it's crazy to see. I respect the like high-end collectors. Obviously, I'm assuming you said no. That's wild. I don't respect, like, one of those things. Even if you have the money, even if you want it, it's one of those things like, is it really worth to tie up 900 mil in a piece like that? It's just so much. That's insane, man. This is a great question. I absolutely love it. Someone said, I want to start an Ironman account, but I only have less than 100 hours on a main account. Is that still fine to start? It is still fine. What I'll say is that it's really up to you. I mean, the beautiful part is you can always just go back to your main account. There's no, like, you don't have to like commit or feel like you could. They give your Iron Man account just like a fun alt account on the side for now. And if you find yourself enjoying that more, you make it your main account. You're like, you know, but you make it an Iron Man account, right? So I think everybody should try an Iron Man account, see how it feels. Maybe it's super fun. Maybe Iron Man's gonna be different for everybody. I think for a lot of people, and I love it long term, and I love the grinding, but I understand for a lot of people, Iron Man's just going to be like a fun, refreshing way to play the game, and they'll spend a few hundred hours, like 500 hours or so, having fun, and then maybe they'll move on. And that's called enjoying a video game, you know? I love live service games. I love MMOs. I love these like long-term games, but not everybody enjoys games like that, and not every game is long-term enjoyable. There's all those videos, thank you for the sub, Rumel. There's all those videos and discussions about like the inevitable march towards boredom in Minecraft. I love Minecraft Forever Worlds, and but I do agree you have to kind of work harder the longer you play. And I think PokeMMO is true to some extent. In PokeMMO, I think the longer you play, the more goals you have to create, and the more you kind of have to work to enjoy the game. And that's not what everybody wants. If people who do that, you know, you get that sense of achievement, you get that long-term progress, and it's amazing. Like, if you can do it and you can afford to do it mentally and whatever, right, time-wise, it's awesome. It's a great feeling, and it's really fun, and it's cool to see your account grow over years and years and years. But that's not for everybody. Everybody plays video games in different ways, and whether it comes down to Iron Man being best for you, I think the best thing is just to try it. Just try it, see how it feels, and good luck, man. Good luck. Yes, Vincer, I love this sentiment so much. And I used to get, when I played RuneScape, I used to get asked all the time why I didn't start an Iron Man. I eventually started an Ultimate Iron Man, but this was my exact answer. Starting an Iron Man won't be in my near future. I have way too much that I still want to accomplish on my main account. That was exactly verbatim what I said in RuneScape. I do really want to start an Ultimate Iron Man, but I have too much to do on my main account. I have too much that I want to do, that I want to achieve. So I stuck to my main account for 2.5 years before eventually going to the Ultimate Iron Man, where I, have fun with that. So just don't, if you're like having fun and enjoying your, don't go do an Iron Man account. Like, just enjoy that until maybe the magic wears off or you want to break. I think for a lot of people, Iron Man just offers a beautiful break, or it could offer a whole newfound, long-term grind experience. So just figure out what's for you, but don't rush to it. Iron Mans are great. I love them. I encourage people to try them, but don't rush to try them. Try them at the right time for you. That's going to help you enjoy the Iron Man account that much more. Dude, I was just sitting here being like, oh, wow, what a beautiful shiny. Congrats on the shiny Lombre. Just a normal shiny Lombre. No. This fucker went 102,000 encounters dry. Bro, clutch. Congratulations, man. What? Beautiful shiny. The whole line, the whole species line is gorgeous. Beautiful Pokemon. Congratulations, dude. 102k dry. Congrats on breaking the streak. Also on Christmas Eve. Almost on Christmas. That's crazy, dude. Congrats. This is a good real question. Thoughts on Shalpha Articuno as an investment? I have been dead wrong on this almost every time. I almost never invest in alpha mons that are limited because I don't like investing in Pokemon because it takes spots in the PC and it's really annoying to store versus like items in your bag are infinite, right? However, the last time I did that, I missed out on, the alpha starters. Like I sold all my alpha starters during the event for like 500,000 or 600,000 Pokeyen apiece, which during the time that was a lot. Like I did this fight on 3 accounts within 45 minutes to an hour, right? So I basically made 1.5 to like 2 million Pokeyen in 1 hour of work because I just sold them. I was like, what an insanely good deal, But now they're worth like 9 mil, So it's like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Will Articuno, the problem is Shalpha Articuno, you can't rebreed this the way you can the starters. And that takes away a lot of the value, right? You can't rebreed them. You can't, what else? Like, what's Suicune doing, I guess, is the main thing. Like, has Suicune really gone up in value? I don't really think so. I think it maybe stayed the same, / like gone down a little bit. Like, investments are all personal preference. You can never know for sure. I'm just giving my opinion. It's not financial advice, right? In my opinion, I don't really think that these are good, like the alpha legendaries are good investments, but I could be wrong. Glad you asked this question. Someone said, is it reasonable to shiny hunt Volcarona without doing it via eggs? I'm gonna be so honest, I don't think so, man. Volcarona has no wild encounter, and Larvesta, I think, is like a 1% spawn. That means that if you were to, I think it's a 10,000 hour single encounter shunt on average versus egging. Egging's going to cost you a lot of Pokeyen, like 150 to 200 million Pokeyen on average, but it's going to take you like a few hundred hours versus you would have to do a 100-hour shiny hunt 100 times. If it's a one, if it's, we think it's a 1%, it would literally be a 10,000 hour hunt to do this single encounter. I would not recommend that to my worst enemy. You know, like that's, I think some things even should be this is like a take I get kind of people hate this in the YouTube comments sometimes. I think it's okay for a few goals in MMOs to take 10,000 hours. I think a good example is like a shiny legendary. I think a shiny legendary arguably should be 10,000 hours. If you don't know, right now in PokeMMO, it actually is way longer than that. A shiny legendary takes so long in PokeMMO, it's not possible in a human lifespan. And that to me is lame. I don't like that, right? I'd rather, like, I remember a while ago, I put out a YouTube short term like how I feel like legendaries should be like a 10,000 hour hunt. And people were like livid at me in the comments. They're like, that's so long, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, my brother Arceus, you don't even realize it's longer than that, right? I'm advocating for a buff. I'm advocating to make it easier. And you're saying it's too long? Like, bro, it's not even possible right now. Like, you know, like if you want to say, oh, like I that's a good start, but still let's lower it to like 8,000 hours or 5. That's a valid argument, right? But that's not what they were saying. But yeah, so that like there's stuff like that gets me all riled up. But I think that it's okay for some shunts or some achievements in MMOs to be like, I think 10,000 hours probably should be the peak. I think that's probably like the longest someone should take, and it should be very, very few things that take that long, as well as like just vanity or visual or like, you know, fun little achievements like a legendary. You don't need a legendary. The problem is you don't want to turn something like a shiny Volcarona or Larvesta hunt, right? That's gonna be, so 200 million Pokeyen is a lot of Pokeyen. That's gonna take you a while to earn. Let's just say like 200 million divided by 300k an hour, right? That's going to take you like 700 hours to earn the Pokeyen. That sucks. God. So that plus like, I think the problem is egg hunts have been so sped up right now to where prior to all the updates, there's been so many updates that have been made that have made eggs faster over the past 1 or 2 years. The money making used to be the shorter part of the shunt. And now it costs more money, but takes less time. But it's more time because it's more time spent money making. I don't like, I could do a whole video about this. Like, I don't like that egg shunting. Now more of the time is spent making the Pokeyen. This was not the case before. This was not true before. Now it is, right? And that's why is it in a shiny hunt does most of the time, like most of the time in the shunt is spent making the money before you shunt than the shunt itself. Does that make sense? Like actually making the eggs and hatching all the eggs takes a few hundred hours now. Like I think 4 to 600 hours, might be a similar time. It's an egg shunt nowadays in total. If you include the hours to make the Pokeyen, it's probably somewhere around 1,000 to 1,200 hours, which is still like, that's a really tough shunt, but I don't like how much of it is making Pokeyen versus making the eggs themselves, if that makes sense. But anyways, don't turn a like Volcarona or Larvesta should be like a 1,200 hour encounter, a 100 hour type shunt, rough guesstimate. Don't turn that. I don't know how long an egg shunt takes these days, to be fair. Like the egg, I know I've heard numbers from others. I haven't tested personally. Don't turn a 1,200 hour hunt into a 10,000 hour hunt is the moral of the story. Yeah, someone's just asking, did I invent the PokeMMO Iron Man? And I don't claim that. It's just too hard to tell. I don't think so. Like I teased the idea as far back as 2021, but then like there could have been some guy named Joe Schmo in 2014 who was doing this kind of challenge. It's a self-imposed challenge. Like I don't think that I created the PokeMMO Iron Man account, you know. It's not also like not that creative an idea. I literally just took, oh yeah, that game mode in RuneScape, a very similar but different MMO, let me do it in this game. Like it's not that creative, right? I love the Iron Man mode, right? I love it so much. I would say that I think that's true. I think I popularized the Iron Man mode, which is very fortunate to be able to say that. That's awesome and beautiful and lucky, right? I think that's the main distinction. But yeah, I was toying around with the Iron Man game mode back in 2021, and interestingly enough, I decided against creating it back then. And if you remember, what I cited was I don't think the account would be interesting enough. And I don't think it was. Back then, this was 2021. This was prior to, there were no legendaries in the game, no raids, right? No, oh my, what is this catch? What the fuck? What else? Like there was so little people complain about the lack of endgame content now, and don't get me wrong, I think we could do a lot better, and I want to see permanent raids, permanent dungeons. I'm not trying to like, I agree with you guys, don't get me wrong, but it is getting better. It is getting better. We have objective evidence. It is getting better and better and better. We didn't have these before, right? 4 years ago, I literally wouldn't create an Iron Man account because I was like, there's not enough content. It wouldn't be interesting enough. Like, there wasn't enough to do. Besides maybe PvP, but like even shiny hunting wouldn't be like that different aside from like Lepus shunts, I guess. But like, it just wasn't that interesting, right? And it took me until they added raid. This is before alpha. Right? It took me until they added alphas, raids, the abundant shrine. Like, they had to add a bunch of content before I was like, oh shit, I think now like the Iron Man's getting a lot more interesting. And then I was like, okay, now the content's here. Let's go for it. Yeah, Johto changed the game mode for absolutely. Mount Silver, the Red refight, the Ho-Oh refight, the Gyarados boss fight. Like, we sleep on how much content has been added over the years. PokeMMO has received more updates over the past 3 years than it did to the prior 10. Like, it is, and it's not to like, it's okay to critique and it's okay to want more, don't get me wrong, but you also have to have perspective of like what it's been like over the past. And there's so many people that have just started playing the game over the past 1, 2, or 3 years. They don't know, right? They don't know how slow things were and how slow things can be, and that this is the devs working overtime. This is the devs putting in probably crazy work week hours. I don't know for sure, but like, that's like, to me it reads as like, oh, what the fuck, they're working way harder than they did over the past 10 years, you know? Hey Pat, can I turn in swarm Pokemon after the event ends, or so I can catch to the last moment? Do I need to like do it before the actual event ends? I never remember the exact answer to this. I would just say, on the side of caution, I would try to turn everything in before the event ends. Maybe sometimes they'll allow you to turn in things like presents. Yeah, Cody said only lost presents. Oh, does Cody have the straight up log? You're awesome. From the forums, PokeMMO's Xmas event will end on January 8th. When the in-game timer for the holiday charm is completed, players will have 3 days to turn in any remaining lost presents. Okay, so you can turn in, and even that's like only increments of like, it only matters if you have like 5 lost presents or whatever. So like any odd increments of lost presents by the time this runs out end up going to waste. And then same with any like swarm Pokemon, I would say to definitely make sure to turn in all your Swarmons. If you are locked to a specific Pokemon, you can turn in 5 of any swarm Pokemon to the middle NPC over right here, this one with the, like the green and red outfit. You can turn in 5 of any swarm Pokemon and just get I think it might be only mysterious Pokeballs, to be fair, but that you can still use them to some extent and get some value out of those swarms you did catch. And dude, the same guy who got the shiny Zorua last night apparently just got another shiny today. Shiny Vulpix, man. Congratulations. 31 Spatak. Rash. Wait, this is like almost, if the speed was like a little bit better, you could like almost use this in raids if you put this is like 1 breed away from being, and it's female. You just got shiny Zorua last night and followed with Vulpix in the next day. Dude, congratulations, man. Hell yeah. This is a great question. I think this really explains like how much like the vibes and like how things just socially change in Pokemon or just any MMO over time. Someone said, is it no longer frowned upon to get shinies on alt accounts? I feel like that was a thing for years. I couldn't agree with you more. I wouldn't say frowned upon, maybe more like less respected. I do think that alt account shinies were like very less respected. Like, I feel like people act like they were like 1/10 or like 2/10 as valuable as a main account shiny. Personally, I've always been a big advocate of like, I think alt account shinies are really, it's all personal preference. There's no wrong answer. I love alt account shinies. I think they're very valid. I think alt account shinies are probably worth about 80% as much as a main account. Like, it's not quite the same, but like, it's pretty close. You still worked for them, you still grind it, you can do them at the same time. That's the one benefit or whatever. But I love alt account shunting and shinies, man. I think it's a cool thing to see. I think that sentiment has changed a lot over the past few years. What if you alt account shunt with 6 accounts at the same time? This is just my opinion. Feel free to disagree respectfully is all I ask. I think it's more effort for more reward. Now, the biggest actual unfairness element of alt accounting on PokeMMO is that it takes multiple devices. That I don't like, because obviously I grew up not well off. That sucks. Like, that limiting, needing technical, physical, real device that you spend money on to be able to alt account, that sucks in PokeMMO. But it's also a restriction that we can't really get rid of, because it's how we keep bot farms from existing in Pokemon, how we keep bot farms in check, right? So it's one of those things. That's my biggest problem with alt accounts, is that financial barrier IRL. That sucks. Even though for a lot of people it may not seem like that much. You could like a cheap tablet for like 30 or 40 bucks and it will do a great job, but that 30 or 40 bucks could be, sometimes you just can't afford that, you know. I get that, right? That's my biggest problem. But in general, I do think alt accounts are just more effort for more reward. I have no problem with that, but everybody's different. For have your own opinion, let your voice be heard. But I think alt accounting is cool. I think it's more effort for more reward personally. Yeah, dude, Nicotime, I think you bring up a great fucking point. Have you considered shunting on your main account while playing your Iron Man account? Yes, and I've concluded that I don't enjoy. It's draining. It's more effort to not worth the reward for me. Most people can alt account, but I could alt account, but I choose not to because it's more effort for a reward that I don't want to put. I'm talking to chat. I consider myself like too busy, right? For me, it's not worth it. For me, I don't find that worth it. And that's why I don't get that reward. I don't deserve that reward if I'm not going to put in that extra effort, right? I think people sleep on, like, is shunting mechanically hard? Not really. It obviously depends, egg hunting, whatever, right? And there's layers to it. Shunting consistently for like 10 plus hours, that is hard, right? Things like that, right? But shunting, is it really that much? Not right. But even something not mechanically hard, when you double it, it is way more draining than you realize. And I can speak on this. I played a lot of RuneScape. I've played one RuneScape account. I've played 2, 3, 4. I played up to 4 RuneScape accounts all at once, right? Doing different activities. And there were times where like I would have an Amethyst alt. And if you know RuneScape, you know Amethyst alts are the easiest alts, and it's like one click every like 5 to 20 minutes, right? It's so chill, right? I would have an Amethyst alt, and I would sometimes close that Amethyst alt because even though it's one click every so often, that extra mental energy and that extra like draw of my attention, sometimes, how many of you like close Windows in your Windows tab to like make sure you can focus or whatever? Like I think even though it's low, people are like, oh, it's low effort, so it's not that big of a deal. It's double. It matters. I think it's more if you try. I've been trying it. I think before anybody critiques alt accounts, I recommend trying it yourself. And if you still have your opinion, hell yeah, that's a valid opinion. I'm not trying to like disrespect, but get the experience, I would say, first. I think it's a lot more difficult than people realize just to do 2 things at once, even if those 2 things are like lower on the. They're not like playing Overwatch or playing League. You know, like they are lower effort, right? I'm not trying to say those are the same thing. Dude, this is crazy. I'm on the Iron Man account, so it doesn't affect me, but like how cheap Alpha Amoongus have gotten, dude. Oh my goodness, this used to be a really expensive alpha. Like just regenerated Amoongus is really good. This used to cost like 400k minimum, maybe like 250k at times, like 250, 300, 400k. This was easily a few 100,000 Pokeyen, you know. 12k for any alpha Amoongus. This is how the mighty have fallen, you know, how the mighty have fallen. Wait, I'm bugging myself. I'm bugging myself, and it's a repeatable visual bug. Watch this. Every time I fish, I don't know what I did to cause this. I'm just shiny hunting Hoppip, but every time I use my fishing rod, my super rod, I go invisible. Look, I don't know how to recreate this. I'm just doing ×5 hordes here at Island 5 Kanto. It's a very small niche vision. Yeah, unplayable game. Yeah, very niche small bug, but that is a weird little funny meme. Alrighty, fellas, you know what? It's been a while. Let's try to do a little bit of a MOVIETROUSKI take. If you don't know, this is where I go through the movies that I watched recently and give my dumb little opinions. It's been a weird holiday season. I watched a fair bit of movies over the holidays, but I haven't watched anything in 2026. It's been like a week, and I have not watched a single movie. For reference, in 2025, I think I ended up watching like over... I logged like 550 movies on Letterboxd, but some of those were like just me getting into the website for the first time. I think I ended up watching over a movie a day. I ended up watching at least 365 movies in 2025, and it was a lot of fun, man. I'm not a movie like buff. I think people get really weird and pretentious about it, but I like talking about movies. They're a lot of fun. I'll give you guys some recommendations. First things first, Marty Supreme. Man, Marty Supreme is really good. It is really good, okay? Don't get me wrong. I had insanely high hopes for this movie. All the reviews were amazing. I love Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time. This is like Whiplash, but with ping pong. This movie is really good. I gave it an 8.8 out of 10. All the performances, people are like stuck on Chalamet. Chalamet is really good. All the performances in this movie are amazing. Everyone, Odessa, like everyone is fucking insane in this movie. Everyone acts out of their mind. Paltrow, everyone's fucking crazy, right? All the acting is really, really good. But I feel like this movie was a little bit aimless, and I feel like the ending didn't have the punch or impact that I wish it did. The story beats felt very scattered, and the payoff just wasn't there, in my opinion, to warrant the like anxiety and drama-filled ride. Still a very good movie, still worth the watch. I love everything this movie is like about. I almost wish it was more ping pong focused, which is, you know, kind of funny, but like still a good movie. I'll give it an 8.8 out of 10. It's a Wonderful Life. I watched It's a Wonderful Life for the very first time, which is like a fucking classic. Everybody loves it. I think it was really good, especially for the time. It does kind of feel like, I feel like if I watched this when I was younger, maybe like 14, it would have like blown my mind. It does kind of feel like baby's first mental health movie, which like for 1946, coming hot off of World War II, like fucking fair enough, bro. Like this probably was so ahead of its time, so I don't mean to disrespect it, but it's still really good. I think I get like an 8-ish out of 10. I'm gonna go double check the exact. So I think I get like an 8 out of 10. It's still like a very, very good movie, but it did feel simple is the nicest way to put it. I give it an 8.4 out of 10. Still very heartwarming and still very beautiful in a lot of ways. Next up, Frosty the Snowman. I love this dumb little like 20-minute, 30-minute like movie growing up. It's like a dumb little animation thing. Like a lot of us have seen this. It's probably one of the worst aging. It's just not that good. It's the all of the magic, all of the stories just in Frosty coming to life. And you know what? I'll give it a 7 out of 10 for nostalgia. I don't want to harshly critique fucking Frosty the Snowman, you know? Same with the Story of Christmas. My mother-in-law put this on and she fell asleep and we were we had to sit through it. So I gave that one a 1. What did I get? Like a 1 out of a 2 out of 10, 1 out of 10. The animation was horrible. 1.8 out of 10. Scared Shrekless. I also decided to watch, I think I watched Scared Shrekless at like 1 a.m. on Christmas Eve or something, like Christmas Day or some shit, something like that. I ended up giving it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was weirdly fun. It's like a 30-minute like Shrek. This list of movies is weird. It's like a 30-minute like Halloween bit for Shrek. I don't know why I decided to watch. I think I was just like chilling out before bed. It was just, I don't know, I was killing time. But it was better than I expected. I think it had some good bits. I gave it a final score of what did I give it? Just a 6 out of 10. I didn't even take the time to like really give it a proper review. And then It's a Wonderful Binge is a really dumb movie coming off of The Binge, which The Binge is a parody movie similar to based on The Purge, where it's like, oh, one night a year, you know, all crime is equal with The Purge. The Binge is one night a year, every like drug and alcohol is like legal, but every other time it's not. It's a dumb little movie. It's like a Christmas themed like stoner movie. It's fun. It's what you want it to be. Don't expect a good movie going into it. It has a lot of like great comedy actors. Tim Meadows is in it. He's fantastic. I love Nick Swardson like stupidly and selfishly. I love It's a Wonderful Binge. It's a dumb, I watched with my wife. It was a lot of fun. Now on to the better movies. Avatar Fire and Ash. I was really impressed by this. I think people like love to hate on Avatar, and I get why, because so much money goes into it, where it's like surely the most expensive movies ever made are going to be 10 out of 10s, and it's like not really. I think they're still good. I think we'll overhate on them. I think the first Avatar is like a 9 out of 10. I think the second Avatar is like an 8 out of 10, and I feel like this one was like an 8.8. I still think they're really good. What really blew me away with this Avatar movie is that 3D movies are good. I think I said this in a recent-ish stream recap. No one told me that 3D movies are good. 3D movies perfectly sums up the human condition of we get obsessed with a weird thing like back in the like Shark Boy and Lava Girl 3D, Spy Kids 3D. I watched all those growing up, right? We get obsessed with this weird, with like the red and blue glasses, right? We get obsessed with a weird thing. We solve that thing. We just move on. We move on to the next thing. Bro, we solved 3D movies and nobody told me. Nobody let the boomers know, bro. This movie was an insane. To watch this in 3D, my brain exploded. I couldn't believe how good 3D looks these days. I couldn't fucking believe it. Yeah, I hadn't either, Rapid. Dude, if you have the chance to go watch, if you're like me, haven't seen a movie in 3D in like 10 years, 15 years, please go try to watch one. This blew me the fuck away personally. The technology, I literally like just couldn't believe it. I gave it a 8.8 out of 10. I gave it an 8.8 out of 10 as a movie. I gave it a 9.7 out of 10 as a 3D theater viewing experience. So this is, I get why Avatar makes so much money at the box office, because fuck, these movies are so good to watch in theaters. Go watch it in theaters. It's kind of more of the same. There are problems with it, but like, you know, there's I don't want to spoil stuff, but it's still a good movie in my opinion. Also, we kind of got the same. We kind of saw the same like Dommy mommy relationship with like military bro that we saw in One Battle After Another. That we saw that in this movie, which is also really funny. Anyways, The Housemaid. This was a movie that really blew me out of the. I was unexpectedly really enjoyed this. The Housemaid was a movie that me and my wife were like, if we see it in theaters, cool. If not, I'm not worried. You don't need to see this movie in theaters. I would wait until it's out, honestly. It might be a better at-home watch. This movie's fucking good, though. I was really impressed by it. It had like had decent depth. Really good characters, really good acting. Like, have your whatever, right? This show was really good. I really was really impressed by The Housemaid. I'd never heard much about it. I haven't seen much advertising. The acting performance, especially by Amanda, I don't know her that much, but Amanda Seyfried. I think she's in Mean Girls and Mamma Mia, which are not my cups of tea. She was fucking insane in this movie. It's a really, really, really good movie about abusive relationships. It's really beautiful. Check out The Housemaid. I give it a 9.3 out of 10. It's definitely one of the sleeper picks of this, like, Marty Supreme. Like, this movie was better than Marty Supreme to me, like, by far, which is crazy to me. Marty Supreme was probably my most anticipated movie of the year. That or Weapons. I love Zach Crager and I love Chalamet, so that was, yeah. But The Housemaid was shockingly really good. Definitely check it out. That's my MOVIETROUSKI takes. Thanks for watching or for skipping using the timestamps. This is a great question from Marcus. This is a really niche situation on like a gendered Pokemon. Does anyone know how shiny OT breeding works when it comes to Nidoking? Do I have to use a Ditto or can I use a Nidoran female and choose male when breeding? I believe, I'm like 80% sure you can actually just use a Nidoran female as a breeder and then it will still be your OT. You should be able to double check. I wonder if I tested this at one point because I think I bred my shiny Nidoking on my main account. I think I might have legit tested this, but it's been so long. I think you can, it's considered the same species even though it has a different Pokedex number, and that's why it's confusing versus other things. I do have a shiny breeding guide video, yes, but this is like even more specific than that. It's a great question. It's a great question. It's very specific. I believe, yes, if you have an OT shiny male Nidoking, I'm like 80% sure you can breed that with a shiny female non-OT and it will still come out your OT. But normally it wouldn't work like that with, you know, but I think that works. Great question. Alrighty, fellas, I feel like that is the perfect place to go ahead and call it. Hopefully you enjoyed the Monday stream. Like it if you did, dislike if not, subscribe for daily PokeMMO videos. I do upload every single day. I also stream Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET over on Twitch and YouTube. Check it out. Discord's down below for updates on my content, and also just join a community of people who love this game. I'll see you guys later. For now, have a great day. YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, PayPal, Venmo, you guys know. Have a great day. Good luck in your shiny hunts. I'll see you tomorrow. But for now, peace, Reno, fellas. Yo, what's up? Patrouski here. I wanted to take this second to say thank you so much for watching the entire video. It is thanks to people like you I'm able to make the content that I do, as well as everybody whose name is listed here. That's it for me. Have a fantastic day.